people can and will argue whether former Vice President Mike Pence is a national hero. No, they won't be arguing with him. Okay. Anywho, for certifying the 2020 presidential election after a mob stormed the Capitol, hell bent on his assassination, or if he merely upheld his oath of office. Yeah, he just upheld his oath of office. Like, he fed the beast that created the self coup, aka the insurrection. Like, if one of Poison Ivy's plants goes rogue and then she gets it together, is she a hero? I think not. But on Sunday night, as Pence received the John F. Kennedy Profile and Courage Award, let's continue. From the Kennedy family, one thing was certain. He quietly sliced up Donald Trump, his MAGA followers, and GOP cowards that had taken over his party. Was he looking in the mirror? Like, are we that hard up for a hero that we're, you know what, let's continue. And he did it without saying the words, Donald Trump. Our institutions held that day, not because of any one person, but because leaders in both political parties, Republican and Democrats, did their duties, Pence said while receiving the awards. We're going to ignore the independents that were there as well. Okay, anywho. So I came tonight to give credit where credit is due, but also to say in these divided times, in these anxious days, I know in my heart that we will find our way forward as one nation. Really, because it would have been more heroic for you not to align with him in the first place. It would have been more heroic for you not to start an epidemic of AIDS within the state of Indiana. It would have been heroic if during the race to POTUS Mountain, you would have spoken up regarding the truth. Or leading up to the insurrection, you would have spoken up, or shortly after the insurrection, you would have spoken up with the truth. But yeah, let's just put the bar in hell and be happy that there's a bar at all, I guess. In those comments alone, Pence reiterated that Trump lost the election, that election deniers like the current vice president are liars, and that Republicans who have kissed the ring must be replaced in order to find our way forward as one nation. I don't know, maybe stop acting like portions of the country aren't human. That might get us to move forward as a nation, but I don't know. And then Pence, who sacrificed his political career by resisting Trump, stuck the knife even deeper into his former boss. Did he sacrifice his political career? Has he actually resisted Trump? We are really stretching the truth for this one. This is like Stretch Armstrong level. Actually, this is actually after you stretch the toy too much and all the gooey insides pop out. When I think of that fateful day 4 years ago, the only heroes I saw were wearing uniforms, Pence said. Yeah, because you sure the fuck wasn't one. Pence, in singling out the heroicism of Capitol Police, refuted Trump's insistence that the rioters and insurrectionists who tried to overthrow the election on his behalf were patriots who deserved pardons. Well, that narrative keeps changing because I thought it was an inside job and it was the FBI. And then now these people need pardons and they're prisoners and you know what. Trump and the Republicans have voted against resolutions on behalf of the Capitol Police and have boycotted anniversary remembrances. 5 died in connection with the riots, and 140 suffered injuries, many of which were permanently disabling. Once again, why is he getting this award? Pence added, January 6th was a tragic day, but it became a triumph of freedom, and history will record that our institutions held. Once again, why is he... In other words, because Trump was forced from office, Pence then looked MAGA in the eye. They weren't in this room. Especially those in attendance. Who from MAGA was in attendance to a Kennedy event? And poke Trump a few more times on Ukraine, America's role in the world, Trump's insane trade policy, and the alienation of U.S.'s allies. Here's the thing. Pence always has something big to say when nobody else is in the room and it's either not recorded or he's not sure if it's going to be recorded. And we just get something like this. On a wider stage where it really counts, he says nothing. So once again, why are we rewarded? Oh, mediocrity. White man. Tyrannical Christian. Presents us straight. Enough said.